All right, here is a spreadsheet that came off of Net Extractor. So here was the keyword, make money now, because that's what I name my files, whatever the keyword I used was. And it was Craigslist, so it's CL. I got, let's see here. This is going to take you out of the view window, but I got, let's see, clearly not all, a lot of them don't have phone numbers, but it came up with 14,000 on Craigslist. So I don't need the date, right? So I'm just going to delete that column. Oh, I'm using Apple Excel, so it's not going to look exactly like your Excel, but it's, it's close enough. So I don't need any of these columns. I don't need the email columns either, so I'm just going to get rid of those. And here's the phone column. So now I'm going to sort the whole entire spreadsheet, and I'm going to do it by the phone number. So data is the same as it is on your computer. So I'm going to sort it by column A, which it probably already is. So all the phone numbers are going to come up here in numerical order. So all the rest of these columns I don't need, because these are all, they came off Craigslist. I used the keyword of make money now, and I clicked jobs. So these are most likely good candidates that I'm looking for, okay? So I got here, it looks like around 334.64. Now that's not the final number, so don't get too excited. So I get all that stuff out of there, those columns that I don't need. Now I also, because it's Craigslist, I'm not going to sort, I'm not going to take out the 800 numbers because they're not going to be companies or anything. Well, they might be companies, but they're not going to be like MLM companies. So now I'm going to sort by the B column so that I can get those second phone numbers out of there. All right, so now I have a list of all these people who put in two phone, some of them looks like they put in 3 phone numbers. So I'm going to take these out. So just copy them all the way down. I don't want to go too fast because it starts zipping right along. All right, so let's stop there. So I'm going to cut these. Edit, cut. And then I'm going to take them and put them down at the bottom of this spreadsheet. So we're around 3,400. Okay, so these are the second phone numbers. So paste. Okay, so now we got, looks like 38. Then we have this third row of phone numbers, which I'm not going to worry about, so I'm just going to get rid of it. If you want to copy those and put them on the bottom the same way, go ahead. But I'm taking them out. So now all I have is a big list. Now you see a lot of these are duplicates because people place their ad for several days. So a lot of these have dupes. I know that Microsoft Excel removes duplicates if you have the 2007 version. I don't know about the 03 version of Microsoft Excel, if that removes dupes or not. If anybody does know, if you could send me the instructions, that would be great. But here it is, again, the Apple version of Excel. So I don't have duplicates. I could remove the duplicates if I wanted to on my PC, and then it would give me a final number. So my guess is this final number is going to be around 1,000 to 1,500, probably a little less than half, because a lot of these are duplicates. So you would remove the duplicates or not. You don't have to remove the duplicates because the phone prospector will remove them immediately. Let's see if this... No, it doesn't look like this version has a way to remove duplicates. So, all right, so here you go. That's all you need to do a broadcast, is this list right here. So that's the easiest way to clean up an Excel document. Just take out all the stuff you don't need. With a scraper document, it's a little different because the results on here come up a little differently. So I'm going to sort this by the phone number. I do that first with the scraper results. So I'm going to get all my phone numbers in order here. Then I'm going to delete, I don't need this column. So I'm just going to delete that one. And okay, so here's your website sort of that's going to come up. So it's hard to tell. Hey, that didn't sort those phone numbers very well, did it? Let's try that again. Okay, so I'm going to immediately take out all these because they're junk. So up to here, 202, 227. So they're European numbers or whatever, but they don't work. And here they're not good numbers. And here's a few here too. So we take out this junk. Then, like, that one looks no good, so I'm going to take that one out. Okay, so let's scroll down here. So the next thing I'm going to do is remove 800 numbers because they're generally going to be like, oh, sorry, I didn't tell you. The keyword I used here is Buy Pro Technology. That's an MLM company, and it's their website. Their website would be buyprotechnology.com. So I'll also scrape just the name of the company, not just the website. So the 888 numbers are most likely going to be, again, companies. So here's some more weird stuff. We're going to take that out. All right. So you just go along and you remove this weird stuff. So this thing is, I don't know what this thing is. So, okay, it doesn't really give me any information here. So I'm not going to worry about it. Just going to leave it in. So sometimes you'll see things like, oops, a little too fast there. I have to do a lot of editing on this thing. Board position, sea level. So I don't know what that is, so I'm going to delete it. It's weird, so I'm deleting it. Okay, the Hilton Garden Inn in Carlsbad. You know, could be a good number, could not. You never know. The guy that picks it up might be looking for an opportunity. Who knows? So we get an error here, but I'm not going to bother taking it out. And let's see. These look fine to me. Okay. See, I'm just quickly scanning these and to see if there's anything, you know, really obvious. But okay, these 888s, these 866s and 888s, they can come out, and 887s, 886, all these can come out. Because don't waste time trying to weed through those and see which of those are individual people that are, you know, that got themselves an 800 number. You don't need to bother with that. Okay, so you end up with a run that came up to be around 350. Whoops. Let me delete this. Ends up being 221. So 221 numbers. Now that took me approximately an hour and a half to do that run, because I go and check my scraper often and make sure it's I thought I took that out. Oh, look, see, 800 numbers. Yeah, take the 800 numbers out. So it's going to be less. It's going to be more like 200. So it took me about an hour and a half to get 200 numbers that I'm going to put into my phone broadcaster. So I would just get all this, just take all this out. And then I just have a list of numbers. So then I would go into my next spreadsheet, which is whatever keyword I used, and I would just add to these numbers till I have about 2,000 or 3,000, and then I do a broadcast. So if I get 200, if I get approximately 200 numbers out of each scrape that I spend an hour and a half doing, and 200 is actually a little low, but this is not a big company, so usually I get around 300. So if I do 10 scrapes in a day that take about an hour and a half, it'll take me one day to get enough numbers for a broadcast. So that doesn't include the numbers from this one. So there's another 1,500 numbers here. So for an hour's worth, an hour and a half worth of scraping and maybe 5 minutes of my time, I ended up with 1,500 names approximately. So, and I have a bunch of other files that I need to go through. So that was just one day's work. I have probably 20 other scrapes and extracts that I need to go through, and I'll end up with enough for probably 10 broadcasts. And that took me probably 5 days of scraping. So, and that's like not, you just go in, you put in your keyword, you let it run, and then go back and check every once in a while and see how it's doing. If it's bottomed out, like, it's been stuck at 597 for, 15 minutes, that scrape's done. You stop it and then save it in Excel and go in and clean it up. So that's the way that I do the cleaning of the spreadsheets.